most fucked up part about owning a car, filling it up.
So guys, we are on our way to the gym to train arms. We're going to do a superset day of arms. And we're going to start out with triceps and then do the biceps. Warming up the entire arms first, of course, using a lighter weight, but supersets of antagonist muscle groups has many benefits. When you contract the bicep, the tricep is stretched, and vice versa. When that happens, you've got a lot more blood flow and you get a much better pump in the muscle, and you simply work more muscle fibers because of the extra stretch you get in both muscle groups. So that's what we will do, and you will see it right now.
Oh ja.
What's up guys, welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding, and today is an old school arm workout, starting out with the triceps and then supersetting it with the bicep for optimal arm growth, especially for the thickness and hypertrophy in those arms. So what we just did is a French press, a laying French press, and combining it with a barbell, an easy barbell curl. Now, as you can see, I'm not going down all the way, I'm not extending my arm all the way, and that is personally because I've got a little bit of tendon pain in my distal bicep tendon, and I'm actually going to make a video about how to fix this problem, because it is mostly fixed. I would not otherwise be able to do any curls at all. But yes, normally I would want you to extend your arm fully. So with the French press, what you want to do is let the bar sink down behind your head, so you really stretch the long head of the triceps. And when you stretch the long head of the triceps, they respond a lot better to growth, and the long head causes most visible growth in the triceps because it's the biggest part of the triceps. So that's why I like starting out with it. It's actually one of my weaker points that I want to work on. And then do the easy bar curl. When you do this exercise, you will notice that you feel the triceps stretch out the moment that you curl upwards, and that's exactly the effect that you want to feel. You've got a pump in both muscle groups, so they will stretch out a lot better. The better you feel the stretch, the more it will give you in terms of hypertrophy or muscle growth, and that's what we want. And right now I'm doing the rope push down, pushing the weight down and making sure to fully extend the arms and turn the wrists sideways, that you really contract the small head of the triceps. And when you work the small head, when that grows, you will have a wider arm from the front, just like Kevin Levrone right here. And we superset this with another classic exercise, the incline dumbbell curls. And trust me, you don't want to choose a heavy weight, and you can see Arnold doing them right here as well. Very good for the bicep peak, but remember, a full range of motion is vital.
Arnold curls.
And the third exercise combination that we're gonna do is the tricep dip machine combined with the preacher machine curls. Now the tricep dips are excellent for the medium head of the triceps, the tricep thickness. So if you find your triceps lacking in comparison to the biceps, then you should do exercise like tricep dips, skull crushers, French presses, and close grip presses to really get the thickness of the triceps up. And then we combine it with a machine curl, a preacher machine curl, because it's an angle downwards. And this one works the bicep peak as well, and it has a better contraction of the biceps because of the change in angle. And again, I'm not going all the way down, and I do this specifically to not hurt the bicep tendon on my left arm. I'm not feeling anything right now, so I don't want to risk it by going all the way down. But when it's you should go all the way down, full range of motion. Right here wearing the Vintage Genetics Silhouette fitted t-shirt, and a lot of the stock will be back within this week and next week, and new items on vintagegenetics.com. And I want to thank everybody for supporting Classic Bodybuilding and this Vintage Genetics channel. I want to thank you guys very much for making a purchase or even just looking at the website. Every day it's being looked at, so I appreciate that a lot. And a lot more new items, very exciting items, are coming to the shop. Now, there is a small benefit to not going through the full range of motion on bicep curls, and that is a constant tension. When you stretch the biceps, sometimes the tension is lost, especially when standing, but you cannot really go super heavy because then it is injury prone. The fourth superset exercise combination right here, the V-bar push down. We're starting out with that one first, and then the alternating dumbbell curls. Now the V-bar pushdown, this one is amazing for both the long head, the medial head, and the small head. Kevin Levrone, that you saw earlier in this video, also does this exercise a lot. So it's a very good exercise for the triceps to fill them out, to get a 3D effect. And then of course, the alternating dumbbell curl, of which Arnold says it gives him the best contraction in the biceps possible, and that is true if you do this exercise correctly. So when you go up, you really want to twist your wrists so that you get a maximum contraction of the biceps. So what you really want to do here is see it as a combination of a tricep press, like a close grip press, and the rope push down. So you really press down the weight using the medial head, but at the bottom you gotta extend the, try to extend the wrists outwards so that you contract the small head of the triceps, and that makes it a double as good exercise. And then combining it of course with the alternating dumbbell curl, full range of motion. And a lot of people do this one wrong. They move like when they curl with the right arm, before the right arm has finished one curl, one rep, they already put up the left arm, and that to me is not the right way to do it. You gotta do it one by one. And here I am finishing off the triceps with a superset of close grip presses and skull crushers, both body weight, but this you truly feel in the triceps. They are very fatigued already from all the previous exercises. Now for people who have a weak bicep instead of a tricep like me, then you gotta do what Kane is going to do after this. That's more for the biceps, but for me the triceps need a little more work, especially the long head and the medial head, and that's why I'm doing these two. The press I did at the beginning, also the medial head, and this one is more for the long head of the triceps, so it's a great finisher done by a lot of old school bodybuilders as well. And right here Kane is doing reverse easy bar curls. This is for the brachialis of the biceps, to get a wider bicep from the front view of your physique, but also for the brachialis on top of the forearms, guys, the Phil Heath forearms, and that this exercise is perfect for. And then we finish it off with a few sets of the side lateral raises on this machine, just to get the blood flowing. We don't really separately train shoulders, so we put it after chest, after arms, after back, just one or two exercises to really pump the shoulders up. But anyway guys, this was the video. A lot more is coming. I want to thank you for watching, and don't forget to stay golden.
Muscle groups. So that's what we will do, and you will see it right now.
Oh ja. The most fucked up part about owning a car, filling it up.
What's up guys, welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding, and today is an old school arm workout, starting out with the triceps and then supersetting it with the bicep for optimal arm growth, especially for the thickness and hypertrophy in those arms. So what we just did is a French press, a laying French press, and combining it with
Of the entire arms, first of course using a lighter weight, but supersets of antagonist muscle groups has many benefits. When you contract the bicep, the tricep is stretched, and vice versa. When that happens, you've got a lot more blood flow and you get a much better pump in the muscle, and you simply work more muscle fibers because of the extra stretch you get in both.
Up.
So guys, we are on our way to the gym to train arms. We're going to do a superset day of arms, and we're going to start out with triceps and then do the biceps. Warm